I first was approached by Yamaha to do a signature guitar. They told me that they were interested in making a guitar for me, a Mike Stern model. So they made what they basically did is asked me to do this signature guitar, and I was really obviously flattered about it. So they made this guitar, and it's beautiful. I really dig it. It works beautifully. They also really worked with me for a while. It took a bunch of different prototypes and took time and very, very careful. And over time it worked out. During the development of the guitar, I kind of made some different requests with a friend of mine, the guy that works with me a lot, who's also a guitar builder in the States, Kevin Kaufman. And when I was talking to Kevin, he was trying different Yamaha guitars, and Kevin's really knows how to build guitars. And he was very impressed with Yamaha and the people that were working at the time, and just about everybody he met. He said they're very, very careful with the wood. They're very, very careful with the quality. Very, very. So even the less expensive guitars are built really well, and he knows about that. He really knew what was happening. So he actually helped kind of explain what I needed, because he knew how to look at my other guitar and say, well, this has this thing and this has that thing, you know, that my other guitar has, because I didn't really know anything about it. But more it was from the sound, and I would just get it and listen to the sound and then compare it with other guitars, and it's really got a nice warm sound. I just met Jason Mraz. You know Jason Mraz? He's kind of more of a pop singer. He's got like some pretty big selling things, and I met him in where was I? I go so many places. I was in Indonesia, and I met him in Jakarta at a festival, and he came up to me and he said, "You're Mike Stern?" And I said, "Yeah." And you're Jason Mraz. He was actually the headliner because he's a singer, and he's kind of sells a lot of records, that kind of thing. And he said, "I've got one." He brought one of my guitars, the Mike Stern model. He says, I'm using it. It's on my website that I'm using your guitar, and it's really fantastic." And he plays very different than me. He doesn't play jazz at all, but it was really cool.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, it was really an honor to hear that it goes different places and people dig it. But I'm not surprised that there's other guitars other than this one that Yamaha makes that are excellent, just really, really well made and beautiful. So. I would say for me that the sound is the most attractive point for me is that quality, that it's a kind of a warm sound. It's got kind of some low mids to it, kind of. So it's kind of got a really kind of warm, naturally warm sound, and but you can still rock with it. You know what I mean? And so it's got that kind of cutting sound too. So that's the thing I think I like the most about it. Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, that's what I'm looking for, is to have one guitar that I can use in different styles, and also change the styles within a tune, because sometimes I like to start off a tune in a kind of a jazz context. Sometimes I'll play more softer in a certain way, and then kind of rock out, even in the same tune. There's a really good example of it, if anybody's interested, on a DVD that I did, which features Dave Weckl also. It's a live show, and it's a new DVD that just came out, and it's mixed really well because Dave mixed it. So you really get the sense of the sound of this guitar on that DVD, probably better than, because it's a live gig, and what it's capable of, you know. And it's kind of cool. Plus the drums sound great too. I mean, Dave's been with Yamaha for a while, and he swears by him. He loves them, absolutely loves them. So And actually, Bob Franceschini was also on that DVDs with Yamaha. And he plays Yamaha horns. They make some cool instruments, and these are guys that are really, I think, great players. You know, I play also sometimes Randy Brecker plays with me too, and he uses Yamaha. Chris Mindoki. These are great players that would not play an instrument unless they really dug it. You know, I wouldn't play this unless I it really felt comfortable. So, yeah. I think the artist support from Yamaha has been great. Really personable, you know, like the people are real, like it's kind of a family vibe that I get from, you know, people change in every company, you know, obviously. But, so there's been different people that I've worked with. There's a guy who I really dig, who's like the artist relations guy. He's a guitar player too. And so it's cool that and he's into the music. He's into all kinds of music. So, and a lot of the people that I've worked with Yamaha over the years now, I think I've been with them for about 10 years or so, have been very personable, really cool people, and so the support's been great. Like they every time I'm trying to ask for something, can you try this? In the States as well, and certainly into the care of making instruments, they kind of know what I want, or they'll try to get it like crazy from the instruments, and then if I want to check out another instrument that they make, they're cool to try to let me do that and that kind of stuff. So it's been really, it's been exceptional. Very warm feeling, kind of. I would say the most important thing for somebody who's starting guitar or wants to get into it or is struggling with it is to keep going with it. And one thing that's always helped me is to have, well, just to have music in my life has helped me an amazing amount. And but I would say that the most important thing is to or something practical that's helped me is to have a teacher. I always have a teacher. I'm still studying too. Music is endless, and I feel like the more I know, the less I know. You know, it's just a huge universe. It's kind of just an endless journey. But no matter how far you want to take it, it's really a beautiful thing to have in your life. And the more you know about it, I think the more it becomes more beautiful. You know, so for sure, if you're interested in playing music at all, go for it. You know, and keep that happening. And play from the heart.